but
Girl,
thank you for coming.
we made it.
So I had to sit up here by myself for a little bit.
It's okay. They love seeing your face.
Oh, thank you. So honestly, that was one of the topics because my aunt was like, I don't see your face. And I was like, oh, okay, let me turn to the front. I was like, am I autistic? Like
Like, am I not looking at y'all?
So now I'm like purposely like staring.
Right.
Into the camera.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
See our
face.
face.
See your faces. Yes, exactly. You too.
We're going to have to go like this.
Right.
Look at
like,
each other. Do a quick look.
Because I want to, like, we're talking.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm looking into Marissa's eyes, not y'all, but y'all are watching us. So okay.
Yeah, we got to keep
it's a
going
shoulder
back.
thing. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We're on episode 4, so.
Yay!
Congrats! So, y'all, if y'all haven't seen Marissa, she's going to be on Entrepreneur Season 5 on May 19th. So, put that date
This
in
is new to me.
your calendar. I sent out the whole thing, but it was I sent it out like maybe a month ago. So now I'm gonna send everybody like what's coming up.
Yay!
But yeah, so
I'm excited.
So I met Marissa when I was backpack kid, and I used to film myself and everything. So this is like, I don't know, like how is this for you?
This is like, this is everything and more that I imagined when I met you, because I was like, this girl's not stopping. Like, every day she's here with the backpack, the tripod, the phone, the camera. Like, she's not stopping. So I definitely envisioned this happening for you. And with your obedience, God allowed it to happen even faster. And then you have a great team. So I'm just so proud of you.
Thank you. I mean, I really, honestly, I don't know why I didn't quit. Like, I wanted to. I really think about that all the time, but I really go like, I'm glad I didn't. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad like I met people like you who talk to me.
But you know what helps us not quit? When it's deeper than the monetary. Yeah. I realized that when I started my business and I was just doing it for the money, I could easily get unmotivated and I could easily want to give up because it's just about money. So if you're not making it, and you don't care. Mm-hmm. So when you put your heart in it and it's like you really passionate about what you're doing, then nothing can stop you. Yeah. It's like you're unstoppable because that's your passion and that's your purpose, and you know. So I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I have this sticky note in front of my little office corner in my apartment, and it says how do you keep going with no views? And then I asked myself that question for like 2 weeks because I couldn't figure it out. Like, I was like, what is the point? If no one's watching me, then what is the point of putting this out? And finally I was like, be your own biggest fan. Yeah. So then I was just like, I'm just going to be my biggest fan. So that's when the backpack started. Yes. And then I was like, I love my show. So somebody else is going to.
You don't understand how many times I rewatch my reels. I rewatch my lives. I'm like, girl, you look good. You said that? Ooh, you know, like just hyping yourself up for sure. So I love that. I'm glad that is definitely your motivation, because once you're your own, your biggest fan, it doesn't matter. So like, what comes, it's great, but it's like even if it leaves, that happiness is still within you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, tell people what you do, because she's already doing it. So let them know who you are, and then we'll get started.
My name is Self Love Rissa. I bring women together and I really just help them see like the fire within them. I help them heal by guiding them, not really like healing them, but guiding them in their own journey, because everyone's journey is different when it comes to healing and learning yourself so you can love yourself. And I really just bring a community together because I realized how much power women hold. So when we come together as a community, the power is like 10 times deeper and stronger. So it's like, I literally just thought about it like, okay, if I'm helping all these women one-on-one, what if I bring them all together? Because sometimes we deal with things silently, but if the next girl say it, now you're helping. Yeah. So like, I was like, I want to build a community out of this. So I still do one-on-ones, but I love if they're okay with it. I love to do a lot of segments together as a group, because a lot of things that we go through, we think it's just us. And it's like, no, me too. Yeah. Me too. I deal with that too, you know? So bringing women together, it just helped, because it's like, now it's a community where when someone's in the group chat and they're either want a celebration, we all celebrating her. If they going through something, we all can put in our advice, our tips, our resources. So now it's not just coming from one person. I built a community of sisters where we lean on each other, whether it's a good day or a bad day. It just really helping women see like there's more inside of you. You just got to allow it to come out. So just healing, learning to love yourself, and stepping into purpose.
I love it. And she does it so effortlessly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like this is something you would do whether, like you said, whether you're paid or not.
Absolutely.
Like,
I was doing one-on-one. I remember one day I had 10 one-on-ones and I did all of them free. Wow. But I did it as if they was paying me thousands of dollars because that's where my heart is. And it's like, for me, like I get invited to speak different places. Sometimes it's paid, sometimes it's not. But one thing everyone will be able to say is whether it's paid or not, she comes in, she gives her all. Wow. Like you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference if I'm doing a free show or a free gig or a paid one, because this is my passion. This is my purpose. I watched myself become a different woman by utilizing healing and self-love. So I'm like, I want to see other women thrive. We go through so much. We wear so many hats. We have heartbreaks, friendship breakups, just not knowing ourselves, have kids, and we lose ourselves like so much, you know? So it's like, I know what it looked like to be that girl, and I want every woman to know that just looking within, you are equipped with everything you need. You can heal, you can love yourself, and you can step into purpose and do what you love.
I love it. I mean, honestly, like, I remember our first conversation, and she almost made me cry, guys. Like, she was being very honest. She looked at my Instagram page, and she was like, this is not a podcast. And I was like, what do you mean? It's a podcast. Like, we're really
like, it is. You're lying. You're hating on me.
But I realized, like, the way you came at me was not malicious. Yeah. And the way you came at me was full of love. And the way you came at me was like, it's not bad. It's just, it's not podcast. Yeah. And so you were kind of like, if you want people to take you seriously as a podcast, they need to know that I'm looking at a podcast page. Yeah. And I appreciate you saying that to me, because now I have branded everything down. Like, everything is branded now.
You see the difference, right?
100%. Yeah. And people are like, I love your podcast. Yeah. And I love your page. And I get compliments all the time on, like, how I've been changing it up and things like that. And it's because you said this is not a podcast. Yeah. So now I don't just put videos out. Like, I have to put it in a certain way with, like, Canva and all kinds of stuff, all the little tips and tricks that you do. But, like, because of that, I was able to elevate. So sometimes, guys, like, if somebody tells you something, it's not because they're a hater. Like, they might actually really love you. Like, and it might really just come from that. And I didn't even know you. Like, I didn't know you at all. Like, I think we had, like, talked for, like, 2 seconds.
Right.
Like, 2 seconds. And she was like, yeah, I don't like this.
Because you know what? I seen how passionate you were doing it. And I'm like, listen, I ran in circles before. So if I can help anyone cut that circle faster than how I did, I'm going to do it. And for the longest, like, for me, I'm a faith walk person. So I always pray every morning and ask God, whenever I speak to anyone, please speak through me. Because I never want to just talk in circles and talk from my own flesh and talk from my own opinion. I really want to, if I'm speaking in somebody's life, I want it to be valuable for them, right? So when I was talking to you, I was just like, I see how hard you're working. I see what you're doing. But when the world looks at your page, they don't see that, you know? And I want them to see what you're wanting them to see, you know? And sometimes we see things in our own point of view, but it's like they don't see from our lenses, you know? And so I was just like, girl, let's do this. Like, I see what you're doing, but let's show the world what you're doing, you know? Like, let's do this. And I was just so, like, I was at a point, like, you don't understand, like, although that was a growth point for you, that was a growth point for me, because there's so many times that God will tell me to speak to someone, but I'm afraid of how they'll take it, you know? And so in that moment, I was like, I'm not going to be afraid, because I really want to see her win. And that's when I was able to open my, so although it was a learning step and a learning point for you, it was for me as well. It showed me that if you just open your mouth and listen to me, Marissa, you can help and save lives, you know? So, yeah.
That's huge. Yeah. Okay, y'all listen to that voice in the back of your head. It means something.
Yes.
It really does. Okay, so because today's show is called Under the Influencer, because it's 420, and you guys I really hope you guys have gone to Shop Diani and looked at the giveaway. It's 24 hours. It's only for 420. You're going to get a heavy hitter, which is something for our 420 crowd.
Okay.
And it's for free. And
really?
They just need to show up to their page and follow the instructions in my stories and in their stories.
Oh, wow. You got to show me after this.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah, if I had mine, we'd be. I got you. But I love them. And you met them too, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And guys, we met all at the same place. And I just think everybody needs to find a networking place they can go and they feel happy.
Yes.
Because these people will be your friends for the rest of your life.
I've been doing a little trick, and it's been helping.
Really? What?
So I have a list of coffee shops. And I go to one every week, and my goal is to meet at least 2 to 3 people before I leave.
Oh, wow.
And then what it's doing for me, it's helping me see different areas of Atlanta that I've never seen before, and I'm meeting a different type of person. Because, like, based on areas, it's different type of people, you know?
Right.
So it's been amazing. Like, I've met some amazing people, like some very amazing people, and I'm just like, okay, I like this. And I get to go to coffee shops and enjoy different type of coffees and little danishes and stuff. So it's been fun.
For the kids too?
It is. Like, for me, I have an office at home, but I work 10 times better when I step out the home.
Oh, yeah.
So
Once a week
I step out and I go to one of those coffee shops off my list. And I'm going to actually, like, create a little downloadable for entrepreneurs in Atlanta who want to just get out and work.
Let me tell you, when I tell people I network, they're like, where do you go? How do you know what to do? Blah, blah, blah. So yes, guides are needed. And I need a festival guide because it's festival season.
It is.
And I want to go to every single festival and, like, wear pink and,
Okay, we're gonna look up. We're gonna get some festivals.
I got you.
We're gonna get some festivals.
Me and Marissa are going. I'm outside this summer, okay? I'm outside this summer.
For real.
Okay, so I want to ask you questions about, because you found a tribe, and I know it took you a while to kind of find these women and stuff like that. We'll talk about that more when I kind of go deeper in your business and how you got started in your journey. But, like, do you think anybody can do what you do?
That's a good question, because I truly believe that it's a yes and no answer.
Yeah, because people always say, I want to be an influencer, and then not everybody can actually influence.
Yeah. So it's a yes and no answer. The reason why I say that is because a lot of people can influence, but it's like, how are you influencing? You know, like, what are you influencing? And when it comes to, like, my particular group, what I influence on is not like an outfit or a certain lifestyle. It's more so of just the internal, you know, like I'm influencing women to connect within, you know, and so that's a different level. Like, that's like a very deep emotional and spiritual side of life. Yeah. So it's a calling, and I feel like you have to really be connected to be able to really influence people, because a lot of people are like, girl, I just need to go to work and make some money. You know? Like, I'm not worried about my mindset, how my heart feels, bump these people. I'm just going to make some money. And in order to be able to get women to flip that mindset, because a lot of women are so hurt. They're hurt deeply. So a lot of times it's hard to get them, you know, out of that space where they're like, I don't care about that no more. I tried to be that girl before. I tried to be that woman before. Now I just need to make some money so I can live the life I want to live. And on a different level, what I do, I'm a great communicator, you know?
True.
So I was blessed to be a great communicator, because it's a lot of people who are very misunderstanding, like, you know? So I was blessed to be a great communicator, so I can communicate and see through different lenses versus just a lot of people look at things from their point of view and that's it. I try my best to look at a situation from everybody's eye view.
And I love that.
And so with that, I would say I'm able to understand what each woman is coming with, you know? So I understand them first, and then I guide them. I don't have to persuade or influence anyone. I just guide them, and they'll leave like, what she said actually might help, you know? So it's more so of a, like, informing them and giving them information and knowledge on their situation. And a lot of times it's really, like I said, a lot of us are just hurting.
So true.
You know?
Because I think that was something you told me. It was like, it sounds like you just been hurt before by somebody who did something like what you did. Yeah. And was the reason why I didn't want to promote. And then when you said that, I was like, I couldn't, like, defend. I couldn't be like, no.
You were just
like, I was like,
when I said it, you were like,
I was like,
Right. He was like,
I was like,
yeah, a lot of people are just hurting. A lot of people are hurting. And that's what I realized. How you react to things is either from hurt, or it's either from a lesson, or it's from a blessing, you know? So it's like, I react to things based off lessons and blessings now versus hurt. The old me, I was reacting off of hurt. So I would get defensive about everything. I took everything personally. Yeah. You know, I was in a very dark place. And so when I
say something to you,
yeah.
you snap.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
quick to anger. Quick to anger. Quick.
I can't even imagine that.
Like, everyone says that. That's so funny.
Ratchet person.
That's so funny because that was me. That was literally me. But I tell you, like, it's like a glimpse. Like, I just made a decision one day. I was like, I don't want this. It don't feel good. Like, I want to be at peace. I want to be happy.
It don't feel good.
Yeah, it just didn't feel good. And I'm like, I need to feel good, you know? And a lot of women just want to feel good, you know?
You're kind of saying you can't be an influencer unless you're done with the hurt part.
Yeah, because it's like you can influence. Like, if you're hurting, you can influence people. I see hurt people influencing. I see influencers today.
What's a sign of that? Like, what's a sign? Without calling anybody out, I don't want you, because I know who you are, but I mean, just so we know.
Definitely just characteristics. So I'm going to just talk about myself. Like, that's I love
the best
to
way.
do.
That's the best way.
A defensive person. Getting on social media and making sub-tweets to someone what do you call it? Stories that's talking about someone who either just got on your nerves, made you mad, anything, right? Always in, like, dark. Happy outside, but when you get inside, it's a whole nother
person. Oh my gosh. Like, let me tell you, meeting some of these people that I always wanted to meet, I was like, you are a facade.
Yeah.
Like what happened? Like,
yes.
You are everything on this platform, to the point where it made me want to come meet you. And then I actually met you, and it's like, I never want to see you
again.
And
that's so crazy, because I recently told myself, I would put it this way. I always look at people as, like, energy. So this was the energy that you carry, but I know that if you make the decision, you can become a better person. You could carry a different energy tomorrow. Yeah. You know, so I try not to hold people to their energies, because I know that once upon a time, I was a person, and I don't want nobody to hold me to that. Energy, so I try not to hold it to other people. But the biggest thing I would say is there's a lot of wealthy, broke people. Ooh. Like, a lot. And I recently have realized that, because it's like, dang, like, your pockets show greatness, but you are broken. Yeah. You are literally broken. And I was literally just talking to a group.
Alone, all of that.
Yeah. I was literally just talking to a group of women. We had a little small intimate meetup. And I was just like, you know, I'm just so grateful that God touched my heart and my mind before he touched my pockets. Because if he would have touched my pockets first, I don't know how much I would care about changing my mindset and changing my heart. Because once you start getting that money, it's like you on a roll. And that's the last thing you really worried about for most people. Some people are in tune both ways. But for me, I'm just grateful, because I know that now that looking back, my mentor used to tell me all the time, like, God can't bless you right now with that, because you ain't going to keep it. You ain't going to take care of it. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, yes, I am. I'm going to pay my bills. Yeah. But he meant on a different level. Like, I know looking back now, if God would have blessed me with what I have now, I would have lost it all. I would have easily lost it all because of my quick temper, my bad money habits, like all those things of who I was. And so now I'm realizing, like, God couldn't bless me with a group of women like this when I was hurting. You know, because all I was going to do is continue to hurt them by leading them based off of a hurt girl.
To a hurt place. Yep. Wow.
So I was really actually
Or just
grateful.
Taking their money just because I just want you to be in this group.
And like, no,
I don't care what happens.
I genuinely want my girls in my group to not even realize that the money is being taken out of their account because of how blessed and how elevation is happening for them, you know? Because the thing is, like, there's so many different people that are chosen in this world. There's so many different communities. And if you're in my community, there's going to be people who love the community. They're growing from it. They're getting everything they need from it. But, like, to be totally transparent, honest, everybody is not for me. There's going to be people whose life I can't touch. So I need other women who are on the same journey as me and on the same page as me to get them, you know? So, like, a lot of times people ask, what if someone copies you? What if somebody that I need them to? Because I can't help everybody, you know? Like, when I speak, There's going to be a group of women who 100% resonate with me. There's going to be a group of women who don't.
Yeah.
And for that group of women, they need someone who they can resonate with or who's going to help them.
Now, how did you already get to my next question?
Oh.
Because that was exactly what I was going to ask. Because people hate copiers.
Yeah,
like they
I
hate
love
it. Let me tell y'all. Like, I have been watching every single talk show that there is for the past few days, so that I could get my stuff together, how I do things, how I do giveaways, how I talk to people, things like that. Because these are the masters. These people get paid millions of dollars and have millions of people watch them. So
Absolutely.
they obviously have a formula. So I don't see a problem in copying. I've also seen more people have like Entrepreneur podcast, but it doesn't make me feel like my podcast not going to get watched. I just feel like I'm just going to be in more company of people. So like, how do you stay in that mindset? Because I know a lot of people, once they see their stuff get copied, they're just like too angry about it. They don't want to put anything out anymore. Now they're real secretive. Everything's gone.
Gatekeeping.
Like, yep. And we can't gatekeep no more. We're done with that. No more gatekeeping, y'all. Like,
I would say for me, this is what changed my mind about it. I had this girl who was literally copying everything I was doing. And it started to annoy me.
Like clothes and everything too?
No.
Okay. Because
just like business-wise. No. Just like business-wise. And so because of how I've allowed God in my life, like at first I was blocking God. Like
we all do it.
You know,
we all do it.
When the moment I allow him and he speaks to me through every little thing. And so one day I seen like a replica of a reel that I made. She made it, right? And so what opened my eyes to it was that the people who were commenting on there was like, this was good. I needed this. And so how I felt was, there's so many women out here who need this, and they all don't follow me. So I need other women out here who are putting this out there, that healing and self-love is the key to changing your life.
Did you comment?
I did.
Okay.
And you know, the great thing is, it's like, think about it this way. My followers see me. Her followers see her. So if we have, like Sarah Jake says it all the time, if one can chase 1,000 and two can chase 10,000, we can all chase 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't touch and reach everyone in this world. I'm gonna try my best to. But I know that it's almost in a sense impossible for me to be able to really like speak into all of their lives. Like if I was to touch everybody's life right now, okay, let's say I had like 1.1 million followers right now, and they all booked a one-on-one with me. How could I actually do that?
You know what? Never thought about that.
How could I actually do it?
Because we be asking for like these large audiences with no team,
with no team,
system.
And, you know, like you know. So it's like I'm working towards that, but also I need a tribe who is on the same mindset and the same wave as me, so that they can speak into their lives and they can help them. Like I love when people in my group, like if one of the girls say, "Hey, you guys, this is what I'm dealing with. I need help," and I'm busy, and another girl in my group is like giving great value. I love that because it's like if like I'm not there, if I'm not there, who's gonna help? You know. So it's like if I'm getting booked at speaking engagements and all this, I can't handle all these people. Yeah. I need other people to do what I'm doing. You know. So it's like copycatting is really just like showing that what you're doing is you're doing the right thing. I be saying to myself like it's like trending. It's like somebody doing the same dance as you, and then all of a sudden everybody's doing that dance. That means you're amazing. That means you're a trendsetter. You're doing the right thing. Right, you're in the right path, and what you said was like on a wavelength that a lot of people needed to hear. And the only response should be, "Hey, if I can support you in any kind of way, let me know." Ooh, I love that. It's shade without shade. It's like, hey, I see it. I see it you. Yeah, redo it. But I love you. Yeah. Let's do this for everyone. It's a good thing. Like it's a really good thing because like I said, if you have a panel of women and each woman speaks, everyone in the crowd is going to resonate deeply with each woman. So it's like I know that each woman cannot resonate with me being a mommy in college. Some people are not mommies. Yeah. You know, so it's like you're gonna need multiple warriors. Because I was saying. So I went to DC and I saw my family, and I told my cousin, thank God for you, because she has already had kids. So when my sister was pregnant, like she had somebody to go to. And I'm the older sister, so it should be me, but I don't have kids yet. So I was like, I don't know what to tell you, but if you need diapers, I got you. Exactly. So her baby like turned in her stomach, and her stomach like indented it. She's a little thing, and it indented. So me and her like freaking out because I'm like,
this is her first kid, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, I don't know what's going on at all. And then we were like, oh my gosh, our cousin knows what to do. And then she was like, oh, the baby's just turning. I was like, oh, okay. I thought
the baby's just living. She's swimming. She's enjoying the placenta, and you guys are freaking out.
I'm like, what is
and
going
she's in
on?
there looking like, well, what is wrong with my mom?
You know what? You know, she waited till I left. So I guess she was sick of my voice, and she was like, oh, she's gone now. I'll come out.
Oh, okay.
So,
she was hiding from you.
yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
But she came out the day after my birthday, and my older sister's daughter is the day before my birthday.
Wow.
So I was like, my sisters love me. They just couldn't get it. They didn't do my date on purpose.
Right.
They needed to stay the same, but
it's like,
all the same.
so the older they get, y'all just gonna be having birthday parties.
Yeah,
together.
I was thinking like cruises, like family cruises and stuff like that.
Me and my daughter's birthday is 5 days apart.
That must be so cute. Is it cute or is it annoying?
No, listen, it's cute. But then I'll be like, dang, like, my birthday just fly by. She got a whole extravaganza every weekend. I'm just like, dang, like, y'all don't see me? I'm here. Like,
oh no,
on my birthday, we went to a little dinner, and then for hers, we got a quinceañera. Like, what's going on? Where's mine?
Yes, they get like, okay, my sister goes all out for her daughter's birthday, but then when it's her birthday, I just want to go to dinner, and I'd be like, come on.
Because,
like,
you know, it is tiring. It's
is.
like, even though I say that, I go all out for my daughter's birthday. So it's like, by the time I'm done with her, I look back like, dang, it is my birthday too. You don't got no energy. So it's like, hello, someone who loves me, put it together.
These are hints.
You see me putting this baby birthday together, put mine together.
These are hints. We're going to get you a personalized cake. It's going to say her self-love tribe.
Okay, yes. We're going to Cancun this year. Me and my tribe going to Cancun for my birthday this year.
Okay, when is it? What's up?
I'll give you the details.
Okay.
October.
I am going.
Yay.
All right, and so I heard that somebody said that coaches are glorified cheerleaders. How do you feel about that? Yeah, I know it's spicy in the beginning. I gotta do it. We gotta keep the people watching.
Explain.
Okay, so what? You know, the older generation kind of hates the influencer thing, all of that.
Absolutely.
So they feel like people who make a business off of coaching are just telling these people what they want to hear. They're just basically there to give that person the words that they should probably already have, but just don't. So basically, you know how a cheerleader doesn't really do anything for the game. Well, kind of and sort of, yes. So, but they're really just kind of there to be on the side to keep the motivation going, to keep the people like knowing that somebody is there watching and excited about what they got going on. So do you feel like that's you, or do you feel like it's a lot more than that? Like you're not just a cheerleader, you're a leader.
I feel like every coach in the beginning starts out very intentional. I feel like the followers, the likes, the comments, and the money can shift some people another way.
Okay.
Where then it just turns into money and it's no longer caring about your people.
Gotcha.
For me, what I would say a coach is, think about it this way. When you're in high school, without the guidance counselor helping you get prepared for college, you wouldn't know really what to do.
True.
Like me in high school, I mean, my mom told me some stuff. She helped me and guided me in majority of the ways, but it's only so much she knows because she doesn't really have the access and resources that the counselor does.
True.
You know, to look at your entire curriculum and say, okay, this is how many more credits you need to graduate this day. This is what you need. And that's what a coach is. You know, essentially a coach is just there guiding you. Now, I can agree that nowadays people are using it in a different way. You got some who are very intentional and you got some who just want the money. You have to be the person who have the discernment to make sure that you are aligned with the correct coach.
But you know, some people at certain points in their healing journey just want to hear good things. They don't even want to hear.
And I truly believe each stepping stone of a person is a part of your journey. So for me, I recently ran into a coach who I honestly didn't know who she was before I started working with her. I didn't know who she was. I never followed her on Instagram, never seen her on Instagram. I literally met her just by going to her place of business and working there, right?
Okay.
She has an audience and she's leading and guiding women. But what I would say is it taught me, like, I feel like every coach can teach you something. What to do and what not to do. This coach taught me what not to do, right? I love the vision, love the platform, love what's going on, but I did not like the
day-to-day interaction.
Yeah, like if I'm gonna have a community, they gonna have my heart because they trusted in me. They're sitting in my group chat. They're listening to what I have to say.
You feel responsible.
Okay. And a lot of people now are like, a lot of coaches, I hear them all the time say like, we're not here for the impact. We're here for the money. I hear it all the time. I've literally sat at.
That's what I'm paying you for.
Yeah, right. I've literally sat at like dinner. I've literally sat at dinner with like high-paying coaches, and I've literally heard one of them say like, "We're not here for the impact. Like, we're here for the money." And it's like, for me, we can check the receipts. I'm here for the impact, baby. I have done so much for free, and I don't care as I do continue to start getting paid, it's gonna be the same, because it's like at the end of the day, I'm here on a mission for God. This ain't even for me.
Love it.
You know, like this is a mission for God. Like, I did not wake up and say, this is what I want to do. Yeah. I was guided into this.
I know. We're gonna talk
literally
about that.
Guided into this. So it's like, for me, I truly believe that there are still intentional coaches out there. I truly do. And what I would say for those of you who are looking for coaches, or if you feel like, you know, you're being overstepped by coaches, what I would say is really like align spiritually.
Ooh.
Because your discernment will literally tell you when to go, and you'll learn something every step of the way. Whether it was a good coach or a bad coach, you will leave with a good lesson, you know? So I understand, because you can, you know, lose a lot of money in trying to find a coach. But the lesson...
We've all done it.
Yes,
we've all paid exorbitant amount of money to somebody who was supposed to change your life. Absolutely. And then you get in the group chat, it's dry. Don't nobody answer. Yeah. There's no types of things. But for you, I hopped in your group chat instantly. Lots of people talking. Girl, because we just
vibing. Like, I call us the only tribe with the vibe. Like, and I call them my sisters. Like, if you notice, I don't call myself their coach. Like, I'm your sister. Like, I love that. I'm just the big sister who hit the bump before you did, and I'm trying to save you from going to the bump. Like, that's all I am. Like, I don't even call myself their coach. Like, a lot of people call me a self-love guidance coach, but I'm really just their sister. Like, there's things that they teach me. Like, this entire community is not about me sitting on the top and saying, hey, I'm Coach Marissa, and them sitting beneath me and always paying me money. No, we're sitting together. Like, we're about to sit at this table together. We're going to travel together. We're going to overcome together. Sis, when you graduate, make sure I know where to go get a ticket, because I'm coming. Like, this is a sister tribe. Like, these are my tribe sisters. Like, I don't feel like I'm above them. You know, it's a lot of things that they teach me. And there's a lot of things that I can guide them on when it comes to like their healing and self-love journey. So, yeah, I'm still actually looking for a coach, because right now, God and Proverbs is my coach right now.
Ooh.
Literally.
That's a lot, but I know sometimes you need something tangible. You need somebody to like call, because you can't text God.
You know what I use though? You know what I use though? Like, in true transparency, a lot of people think that when they choose a coach, it has to be someone who's a millionaire and has millions of followers. There's so many smart, amazing women around me. Oh my God. We coach each other. Yes. Like, I'll call her like, this is what's going on, da, 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 da. And we pour into each other. So a lot of times people think when they're looking for a coach, it has to be this high pay. Like, yes, you want someone who has like some experience and stuff, but it doesn't always have to be the millionaire or the person with all the followers. There's people who are like, I don't want to be in a storefront. Yep. I like the back end. Yep. And I went to this event. It was some older women there in their 40s and 50s, and they gave so much wisdom. And it's like, I want our generation to realize we still need that. Although we're relearning and stepping into another dimension, we still need that wisdom, because like one of them was talking about door to door, and I'm like, I love door to door. Like, I'm in my neighborhood passing out self-love tribe postcards all summer. Like, I'm doing it because it's like, you still have that part. Like, when at first I thought my tribe was only for girls my age. Then I started aligning with women who are like 40 and 50, and I'm like, what? Like, you want to be in my tribe? Teach them? Yeah. And it's because I don't treat them like they're beneath me. Them is my sisters. Like, we're doing this together. I love that.
I think what I said this to Lola. Shout out to Lola. She does my hair.
Yeah, it looks good.
Thank you.
Love the highlights.
Thank you. Yep. Okay. Entrepreneur.ish gets you 10% off. We're done with the plug. All right. But I was talking to Lola, and I was telling her, I was like, what I'm realizing is the most talented people have like 500 followers. The people who put like the most time into their business have like maybe 1,000 followers. Like the people who you probably need in your life or are the most interesting or the most like everything, you're not gonna find them on Instagram. Like you're going to have to go out. And what I have noticed when I'm talking to younger people is that they don't go out. Everything is the internet. So then I'm like, you're never gonna find this person. She has 500 followers, but she's amazing. You need her in your life. She's the best marketing or the best logo maker or you know, like all these different things that and then we're like, oh well, I only want to pay for the person with the 10,000 followers with $1,000. I'm like, so you're gonna use your last $1,000 for somebody that you don't know personally.
You don't even know if they can really give you the results, or if it was
or they don't answer your DM and you're like, I'm just trying to say hi, like that type of thing. I'm just like, for me, what I have learned, because I used to try to do that, I was like, oh, I need big names on my show, I need this on my show, I need that on my show. And I was like, no, I need genuine conversations on my show.
Absolutely.
And then I realized that the most interesting people are the people that you're not gonna find. A lot of them are like, I don't really do Instagram like that.
You know how many girls I meet and they be like, I don't got an Instagram. And I'm like, okay, all right.
Do you know how many business owners I meet? And what I also realized was that I thought that in order to be a business owner, I needed the perfect Instagram page. And it was like, no, a lot of these people make a lot of their money off of word of mouth and off of doing conversations just like this, hanging out in coffee shops, going to meetups around the city, like things like that. They're not online.
Absolutely. Think about it this way. When you meet someone in person, you guys can feel each other's energy. On the internet, they can be anybody they want to be.
So true.
You know?
We said facade earlier. We said that. Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, the person who taught me that in person is better than texting, all that, my father-in-law.
Really?
Literally. He was like, put the phone down and build relationships. And literally, I was like,
this old man.
Yeah, I'm like, this old man always saying that. But the moment I did it, changed the game. Changed the game. Now there's like, I'm building relationships genuinely to the point where people are calling me like, hey, I see you have an event coming up. What do you need? How can I help? How many, can I buy extra tickets and do a giveaway? Absolutely. Because it's like,
that's huge.
On Instagram, you can be who you want to be. You can be whoever you decide to be, but in person, I'm gonna feel exactly who you are. You know? And I think the biggest thing, honestly, like, I want us, especially the up and coming entrepreneurs, to understand that the followers don't define your gift.
Oh my God.
They do not define your gift. I started getting DMs from people with thousands of followers asking me how to make money.
Yes.
When I started getting those, I was like, okay.
Followers don't equal dollars.
Followers don't matter.
They don't equal dollars.
They don't matter.
Really don't.
Literally.
Really don't. And I need y'all to remember that. Like, for real. I mean, so seriously, because I know the reason why I told you, I started this show to keep y'all from quitting. Do not quit when you just have 500 followers. Yes. Just 500 followers does a lot for you. I think my business page has like 400 followers. But when I tell you, I have a tribe of people who watch every single thing that I do. It's real. So it doesn't matter how many people you have on your page. I'm still sitting here. So it's like, my followers, like, follower count don't mean anything.
It don't mean nothing.
And if you let follower count define who you are, define your business, and define your price, you're losing out on a lot of stuff.
You know how many people with thousands of followers don't go live because their followers don't get on their live? I've seen so many.
That took me 3 months to get over, so I understand, but I get it.
But listen, this is the thing. When you truly have influence, when your followers truly, like, deal with you, you, like, the comments and the likes, I don't care about that. Go live. Yeah. Go live. Please. You know? And it's like,
go live on
the
live
more you go live, the more you'll build that audience. But a lot of them are afraid to go live because they already got the followers. And it's like, dang.
Oh, one girl said, I'm going to look real dumb if I'm just sitting there talking to myself.
Girl, I talk to myself every day.
All the time.
And I have the best conversations with myself, literally.
I be having realizations.
I said, I'm going to start recording. Every time I start talking to myself, I'm going to start recording because I have the best conversations with myself. I can give... You know how, like, have you ever, like, God, I need a sign, I need an answer. Literally, I say that, I pray for that all the time. I have a conversation with myself, and I'll be like, dang, that was my answer. I answer my own questions.
Oh, my God, I do that all the time. So what I like to do, I like to be like, Ellie, what's wrong? And so I have a few of these in my notes where it just says, Ellie, what's wrong at the top? And I just vent. I just be like, I can't stand this fucking house. I can't stand this. I hate my job. Like, I hate my outfit. I hate my shoes in my closet. I don't have any cheese. Like, whatever it is that is bothering me. And then I'll read it back and I'll be like, that's not a problem. That's not really a problem. You're okay. Like, and then I go, oh, wow. So what you're telling yourself is like the biggest thing, and this thing that's making you super angry, and this thing that's like taking up all your energy, where you could be writing emails or talking to somebody or going live, like you said, mean absolutely nothing, change none of your life at all. And then when you sit down and read it, you're like, if I texted this to somebody, they would be like, the fuck is wrong?
Such a lunatic.
Thank God for my sister. She never tells anybody when I call her. I mean, like, my life is falling apart. She's like, what's wrong? Oh, yeah, I have a new live show, and I have this opportunity and that. It sounds perfect. Right. Sounds like everything's going fine.
Like,
I think you're okay.
I can take you to someone whose life is really falling apart.
she's like, relax. Right. She's like, I remember you talking to me 2 months about you having an opportunity and how it was never going to show up, and now it's here, and now you want to complain? Don't complain. So now I have to think about that, too. That's why I love journaling. That's why I love having things to do. One of the prompts that you gave me was a letter to hurt and a letter to healed. And I think that was a really big thing for me, because I kept my letter to healed, and I put it in my, like, I have like a curio box of like things, like accomplishments, little trinkets, things like that. And I put it in there. I wrote that like, January, maybe January, February. And then I read it last week, actually. And I was like, wow, you are actually this healed person that you were like speaking into existence. And I was like, maybe there's like 2 or 3 sentences you haven't hit yet, but like, this is 2-sided sheets of paper. Like, you have really, really like,
that changed the game for me, writing that letter to hurt. Because
let's talk about that. Like,
a lot of times so when we're in like depressed mode, or
first, what is that? Let's explain, because we know what we're talking about. I don't think everybody knows exactly what you mean. Yeah, like, what is it, and like, and then explain how it changed.
So the letter to hurt is basically you just literally writing out everything that is bothering you, anyone who's ever hurt you, anyone who's ever embarrassed you, anything that's ever hurt or embarrassed you. Just literally everything that's ever gave you an ick feeling other than happiness and joy and peace, right?
You will cry. You will sit there and you will be mad tears. Like, oh my God, I cannot believe this girl took my pencil in 6th grade and now I don't trust anybody.
Seriously,
like, it's that type of stuff. It's so
You'll write down so many things, and all those emotions are just coming out. And the thing is, a lot of people tell me, well, Marissa, I'm not ready to relive that. And I tell them all the time, like, I promise when you release it, you can't relive it.
You know, that's the scariest thing. Okay, because, so I do these quantum jumps and things like that, where you have to go into yourself to find the best self inside you, basically. So it's like a meditation to go inside yourself and go find yourself, like your highest self. And every time I have to go deep down into myself, I'm always scared. I start squirming and doing all kinds of stuff, because it's hard to meet you. Like, it's hard to really face yourself. Look at all the scars. Look at all the things that you don't do for yourself. Look at all the things that, like, you wish you could change, but you gotta look at it, because you'll never change it if you don't look at it. So that's what you're writing in it. All the ugly shit. Put everything that you hate all in there.
And the key is to read it out loud. Like, writing it is gonna help you like put it there, but when you read it out loud, you'll release so much. Like, I remember talking about a certain situation over and over, and I kept asking myself, like, Marissa, why do you keep talking about this? And what I realized was, every time I talked about it, I released a piece of that hurt every single time. And a lot of times we hold stuff in. And holding stuff in brings darkness, brings depression, easy tears. Have you ever been in a place where it's like someone's just trying to talk to you and you just like frog throat, like,
oh my God,
about to cry?
That question of how are you? And then somebody says, hey, how are you? And you be like,
yeah, are you okay?
No.
Like, and then all of it comes out, right? And so that's just like all that buildup. And so that letter literally helps you put it all there and release it. And when you write that letter, write all to your pain since you was 5, since the time you could remember, write all that pain down. And what that did for me, that was the start of my healing journey.
Really?
I wrote that letter one day, and I literally looked at it and was like, I gotta heal. because
this is you're reading it.
Yeah,
it's like
this is a result. This is a result. Me today is the result of this girl on this paper. And so I said, you know what? It's everything on here is hurting me more than it's hurting what hurt me.
Ooh.
You know? And so when I wrote that letter and I read it out loud, I said, I'm going to keep doing this until I really, truly feel free.
Did you show anybody your letter?
I have not.
Okay. I was wondering if that's like part of the healing journey, because
No.
I was going to say, no, I'm never doing
No.
that.
It's a very intimate thing. It's a very intimate thing.
Because it's like therapist time.
Yeah.
Like, I would only show my therapist, and I would be like,
now, I've
here.
had people read it to me.
Really?
I've had people. I remember there's a lady
Marissa,
in my
that means
community.
they love you. Like, that's crazy.
She wrote it, and she read it to me on the phone, and she could barely like talk. Like, it was just like, but she felt 10 times better afterwards because she was able to release it. Sometimes our subconscious just wants someone else to know what we felt.
Oh, wow.
You know, so if it's only us who know, we still feel like we're hurting from it. Sometimes we just want somebody else to know, this is why I'm hurting. This is why I'm acting like this. Like, I'm going through something.
Like, I snapped on you because you hit a button. Like,
understand that I'm going through something. A lot of times, that's all we want is someone to hear us, see us, and understand us. And so that letter is a game changer. It's a start to your journey. I'm not going to say when you write it and you read it, you done. I wrote my letter. I wrote my first letter in 2018, and I would say the first time I was able to read it without crying or feeling any kind of way was literally December of last year.
Wow.
Yeah. I wrote it for my last time in December, and I read it and felt no way. Every person on there, feel free and forgiven. Like, I feel no way about it. Like, I truly feel at peace about it. And now I can openly speak about the things that hurt me, because a lot of times when we talk about people or things that hurt us, we're speaking from a hurt place. You're going to have two different type of stories. You're going to have a story from a hurt person and a story from a healed person. That healed story is going to be 10 times different than that hurt story.
Ooh, so true.
And when I used to like talk to people about the things that, you know, I go through and stuff, I realized that I made the entire situation about the person who hurt me and not my part, you know? So the healed version of my stories were totally different. It's like, yeah, this person did this, but this is how I could have done differently, you know? So that letter really will like start your journey to healing. And I promise you guys, mark my word. And if it don't work, you can come back and tell me it didn't work.
She said DM her.
Heal. Literally, start your healing journey. Continue to push through it, even on the days you don't feel good, even on the days you relapse and fall backwards. Continue to heal. You will start stepping into how to treat yourself better as you heal. You will then begin to love who you are. You will begin to fall in love with your flaws and fall in love with the journey and the process that you've been through. When you continue to push through that, everything in your life will change.
Wow.
Your relationships. If you've been looking for love,
this
is something that we don't talk about. A lot of times, that's all us as women are looking for. Like, love me, hear me, just be the right person for me, you know? And
Please
that's not
don't
even
hurt
just
me.
Yeah.
Like, I really am tired of being hurt. Like, it's,
I kid you not.
Oh my gosh.
Truly heal and focus on your healing. And even if you find your person during your healing journey, it's okay. Heal. Focus on healing. Focus on relearning yourself so you can love who you are. And I promise every area of your life is going to change. Wow. I mean, relationships, friendships,
so business-wise, how does it change?
Oh my gosh.
How does it change?
Your mindset's different. I'm going to tell you how. When I first started my business, I had all that stuff on my mind. I was probably only spending 30 minutes on my business a day. Because
that's not enough.
It's not enough.
That is not
it's not enough. Because this is what will happen. I will be working on my business, but then I'm thinking about how I'm going to pay this bill. Then I'm thinking about what this girl just said to me. Then I'm thinking about he cheating on me. Then I'm thinking about, you thinking about all this stuff.
Everything except business.
Now this business is just on the side and you're no longer focused.
And it seems little.
Yeah.
Like, which is crazy because you're starting this business for freedom and then you're losing your freedom by paying attention to the thing that's not giving you freedom.
Absolutely. The moment you begin to heal, you will free up space to see clearly.
Ooh.
So as I healed, I freed up so much space and I could see I need to be up at events. I wasn't going to events because I was too focused on looking at what my friend said on Twitter or on my Instagram. Your focus is just not there because you're focused on the things the broken pieces. Ooh. That's what you're focused on. You're focused on the broken pieces, and as you continue to heal and those broken pieces shadow away, you're able to like see the whole you, and you're like, okay, I know this is what's gonna make my life better. If I keep focusing on what this person did, there's no way I can step into next, you know? So as you
True.
heal, when it comes to business, like people always ask that, what does self-love have to do with business?
Yes.
I promise you.
Thank you.
As you continue to heal and love yourself, self-love looks like walking in rooms and saying, this is my business and it matters. There's so many times when I first started my business, I would downplay my own business.
Yes,
I didn't
like,
have,
I kind of do this.
Yes.
And I can tell
Girl.
people now when I'm like talking about my podcast, I say it with my chest, basically, like for real.
This is my
business. This is my podcast. Yeah. Like,
and this is what I do.
And now, okay, because remember, we had the conversation where I was like, I can't ask people for money.
Oh, girl.
How do you ask people for money? But now it's because I'm like healed enough to be like, look, I'm asking for money because I know what I'm going to do with your money is going to be profitable to you and me.
Yep.
So now I don't feel bad about
and
it.
And the
now
viewers.
Exactly. Now for me, it doesn't feel bad. Like, okay, yes, it's ad slots.
Because the hurt part of you was just looking at money is evil. An evil person hurt me when it came to money.
God.
You know? Like, that's what that was for you. And you healed, and now you see, like, not all money is evil.
And see, this is what we were talking about. And she was like, you just haven't healed from that. And I was like, what are you talking
And you started to heal, and look at you. And you're going to continue to heal, and this is going to continue to upgrade and blossom. Because
you don't even know.
Yeah. Because a lot of times we're just hurting in areas. That's what's holding us back. Like, me for friendships, like, now that I'm, actually healed, I'm able to gain friendships, and it's like, dang, this is what it looks like to have a friend.
Oh
like,
my gosh, please talk about that, because women in friendships are. I don't understand why it's a problem, because we all go through the same stuff. We all go through the same hurts, the same trauma, and the same everything. And we know catty women, and we know what happened when they did it. And then somehow we end up being that, or having a friend that does that to us. Like, please talk about tribe, because that was the next thing. Because what you do is build tribes and connect women with people that they need to be friends with or know. So please explain why that is so important to the business, to the healing journey, and all of that.
Absolutely. For me, I went through my healing journey alone. Had people, but it was just like,
you're like, they're people, but you're not.
So for me, my biggest thing was, there's a few reasons why I did not value friendship. One, when I lost my sister, that was like the closest girl to me.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm like, I don't want to get close to nobody else and have to lose them, So that was my first hurt. Then growing up in school and stuff, I always had like friends, but really I had such a big family that friends didn't really matter to me. If I had them, cool. If not, I got 12 cousins.
Like, I got my cousins.
I got 2 brothers. I hung out with my brothers. I hung out with his friends. So I never was in need for friendship growing up. So it was never big for me, So it's like I didn't value friendship because I barely had to like build friendship.
Yeah, you were
like,
you had family. Yeah, exactly.
I didn't need friends. So as I got into college, I had some friends in high school and middle school, but it was mostly just like through sports. Okay. I played basketball, I ran track and did that stuff. So I would have people who I did sports with, but I didn't really have a friend, like a best. I didn't have that.
Okay.
Because like I said, me and my cousins, it was a tribe. Like this us. Like we got the same last name. That's all I need. So going to college and actually like meeting different women. And I was like, okay, like this kind of cute. Like we hang out, we go out to eat together, we sit in the lunchroom together, we go to parties together, we sit at the game together. It was cute, but I never had friendships, so I didn't know how to value them as friends. So like when things would happen, the type of person I was like, when someone's doing something that's bothering me, I didn't really like say anything. I would just let them keep doing it because I'm like, that's just who they are.
Wow.
And I'll just go off in my own bubble. But as friendships, you got to treat your friendship like your relationship. Talk about those things.
And let them know.
Yeah. And a lot of friends don't, like when you don't set expectations, it's hard for them to meet what they don't know. So it's like, you want them to be the friend that does A, B, and C, but you have yet to sit down and say, this is what I look for in a friendship.
How do you have that conversation? Because I feel like most people think, like, if you're a friend, you don't have to talk about that stuff. Like,
you have to. Especially as an adult. Younger girls, some girls may be at that level, but as like me looking back then, I was not on that. Like, it was just like, friend, in that state of mind I was in, friends just have each other's back. Don't be fake. Be loyal. Yeah. Don't lie. Don't talk about me behind my back. And that was it. But it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that because you shouldn't even have to have those conversations when you're in true friendship, I don't have to sit and tell you to be loyal. I don't have to sit and tell you don't talk behind my back, because real friendship, that's not a conversation.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just known.
It's just known.
It's just
like
bare
my
minimum.
friends now, I don't have to go to them and say, hey, don't talk behind my back. Are you talking behind, or be loyal to me? Like, I don't have to do that, because
if
it's
I
like,
gotta ask that question, you will not hear from me.
It's not a friend, you know? So I think the thing is, like, honestly, like I said, a lot of for one, the world puts women against each other. So
true.
You have to be the type of woman that say, okay, I know that I won't get along with every woman 100%, but that doesn't mean I have to have beef with you.
So yeah,
you
like
know?
you can respectfully just be like, hey, I don't really know her that well.
Yeah.
That's a good way to answer a question.
Yeah.
Like, if you really don't know what's going on, you don't have to make an opinion about somebody. You don't have to.
It's just like, we don't have to put each other down to fill up.
Yeah.
You know? Like, and I feel like that's just done with women. Like, it's unfortunately, it's just a thing that happens. Like, the competition's there, the media does it, the world does it, like, put women against each other. My biggest thing, I would say, always move with grace, because you never know when you might need that woman. I remember I worked at this daycare, and I quit because I quit a lot of jobs, y'all.
It's all right.
But
me too.
I quit this job because I told her I was pregnant with my second daughter, and I was very nauseous during my pregnancy. So I'm like, I cannot be in the infant room. I will puke every time I smell something that's wrong.
Yeah.
Please don't put me in there. And she kept putting me in there. And so one day, I just walked out. My other daughter, she was at the daycare with me. She was in the other 2-year-old classroom. So I went and grabbed her. I said, let's go. I'm not working here no more. Because you're purposefully, out of all these workers you have in here, you're putting me somewhere, I'm telling you,
it's bothering
you're going to be cleaning up my throw up and the baby throw up. Literally, you know?
Wow.
So I left.
And
literally,
for it to be a woman and her not
4 months later, she was sitting in the audience of a class I was teaching. So it's like, you never know when you're going to need your sister. Be graceful no matter what position you're in. Treat people right no matter what it looks like at that time. Treat people right. And I had to learn that. Other people and other women are going to continue to have to learn that, because the thing is, like, as a woman, I realized that what I've gone through, all of us are probably experiencing at some level, you know? So it's like, on some days when I'm on my cycle, I'm not the best. Like, I don't want to talk.
Oh my God.
So I'm okay if I meet a woman and she's like, I'm on my cycle, I don't want to talk.
I let people know that. I'd be like, look, so I'm one person for 2 weeks out the month, and the other 2 weeks, I'm sorry. Don't talk to me. And I apologize.
My boyfriend's always like, you must be on your cycle. Because it's
Shout
like,
out to the men.
I try so hard not to, like, I intentionally try not to be anything different, but it's the woman's body. Our hormones are off.
We can't even control it.
We can't control it. Like, we're literally, like, dealing with a lot at
One
once.
hour you be one person, and then all of a sudden you be like, I can't stand anybody.
But deep inside, I'm cramping. I need a shower. It's just, like, a lot. Like, just let me be, you know? So, all in all, we deal with a lot as women, and sometimes I think as women, we just need to learn how, instead of being rude, sassy, and a bee, we could just say, hey, sis, today is not my day. But don't be that girl where every day not your day and you think everybody's going to deal with it.
Oh, my God.
Okay, do not be that girl.
And please, okay, I had this one lady, she used to say, I'm going to curse you out, but I'm going to love you anyway, and I'm going to do it. And I was like, why? No.
Yeah,
like, that's not okay.
Non-negotiables.
You don't get to curse me out and then be like, I love you and I'm going to take care of you. No. Literally, I need you to treat me
We got to
with
heal
grace.
from the toxicity.
Yes, and that's the thing, because I'm like, I don't know why people are so comfortable with cursing other people out. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, and I can't stand that.
So that's so much hurt and anger and brokenness.
It is, and I be trying to be like, okay, it's not me, it's not me, and then I start snapping, because then I be like, yo, what did I do to you to deserve a curse out in a moment? And
everything that you're explaining is exactly why I built my community.
I love
because
that.
it's like, we all have been in some way, we all been that girl before, and it's like, all we need is each other to help lift each other up. When you come in the community and you say, I remember when there was times that I wanted to celebrate my wins in my business, but my environment at that time didn't understand. So what I thought was big was very small to them, you know?
They're like, oh, okay, 100 followers is
job.
great.
So it's like having a tribe. And I remember one of the girls came in and she had got her license to be a physical trainer or something like that, a trainer. And we created her a flyer for the page. We just celebrated her. I sent her a gift. And every month I choose a girl and I do a gift, whether I send them a Cash App or I send them a devotional or a journal or something. I do a monthly giveaway to one girl. And the reason why is because a lot of times as women, no matter the circle or whatever, we're always doing the pouring, so we never really get celebrated. And I believe celebration helps women in so many ways. Like, I know and that's by anyone, like, it's okay to be celebrated, you know? Like, you don't have to dim your light because other people around you are not celebrating. It's okay to celebrate. And I had to learn that. Like, people made me feel like I was bragging and stuff. And it's like, no, like, I'm excited because I did something that my family has never done. I'm becoming a person that my family has never seen. So it's like, it's okay for me to be happy and celebrate this, you know? And so that's what the tribe is for. Like, when you feel like you don't have the physical environment at the moment to celebrate you, to be there for you, to support the wins. Like, it's like my tribe is not only for the sad healing talks. I promise. We get lit in there. We cry, we pray, and we also get lit. And that's the beauty of it. Like, a lot of people will say, I have my friends. I have friends that I can go to church with. I have friends I can do business with. I have friends that I can party with, right? Mm-hmm. For me, for the first time ever, I have a friend that I can do all of it with, you know? Wow. So it's like building, like, when you think of tribe, you are in control of building your tribe. Literally, my support system, my children's father side and my side, the people who are in my tribe, in my village, helping me with my kids, I created that. They didn't just do that. I set boundaries. Like, you're going to help me. Like, if you're going to be. No, really. And people ask me all the time, like, Marissa, like, you be at these events, you be traveling. Like, who is keeping your kids? Like, somebody. I built my tribe. Literally. Like, I got to a place in my life where I'm like, I am going to build what I want and need. Ooh. You know? And, like, it's not like they're just doing, like, I'm pouring into them. I'm helping them. It's a two-way street. Mm-hmm. You watch my kids. I'm you know, it's like, it's not just me pulling from them. Like, my tribe, we said I support them in what they're doing. They support me in what I'm doing. They love my kids. And I had to build that and create that. It was not going to just happen. If I didn't open my mouth and I didn't set non-negotiables, that wouldn't be it. Like, you know, I had to build that. So a lot of people feel like, well, my family's not as supportive. You have to build that. Some of the people who are in my tribe, in my village for my kids, may not be physically blood, but they're a part of my village because I created my village. Like, I literally created it. Like, this is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to do. But again, it's not just a pull. They genuinely love to do it because of who I am to them.
Love it. And that's what they need to know. Okay. So before we play our game, because like you said, I feel like self-love means that you can be a little, like, weird and you can be embarrassed, and it's okay. So we're going to play a game where we have to figure out what the movie is on these cards. But before we do that, we are going to ask you, what is your bossy habit? And when I say bossy habit, that is the thing that you have to do that makes you successful. So for me, mine is workout. Like, if I need to have a productive day, Ellie should have went for a run. Like, this is how I get my energy up, things like that. So what's yours?
Spend time with God. Literally. Like, and I say that so wholly and so fully because I am nothing without him. And I can say that so boldly and confidently because I literally watched my mind be dark as night to being light as day. And the only person that I could find during that darkness was God. And literally, if I don't spend time with God, I probably won't spend time on my business. I'm not going to be the best mom, the best partner, the best friend. I've realized that without spending my morning time with God, in my journal, my devotional, listening to the praise playlist I have, listening to Sarah Jakes, like, those things keep me flowing and keep me going. If that's what brought me out of darkness, why would I stop doing it when I get to light?
Ooh, you know? Okay, thank you. Let them know. Let them know. Because I've seen a lot of people stop doing what got them there. And that gets on my nerves because I'm like, going. That's
you. Of course, as you elevate, there's going to be some transition.
Different ways, but yeah.
Always go back to the basics.
All right. So, y'all don't forget 50% off on Risque Babes. You can get lip kits in our giveaway, and then you can also get 50% off a rose. We're doing that. I know. Y'all are so excited.
I got my toys.
I know. How did that at work. Well, maybe we'll ask later. I'm gonna ask her. So y'all check out Risque Babes. We got everything. Things for couples, things for you, things for others. Like, there we go. All right, so this game is called, it's called 5-second summary, but we're going to call it 15 seconds because I need to try to figure this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this up and let me verbatim read the instructions. Okay. We get index cards, 3 for you. And these are not index cards.
So I'm showing you
journals.
And you're showing me.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And then we wrote our 3 movies on them and placed them face down. And then player 1 picks up their first card and sets a timer for 5 seconds. Player 1 just tries to describe the plot of the movie on their card in 15 seconds as the timer counts down. Okay. And then you have to guess what the movie is. Okay. So I'm going to do, All right. I'm going to hold this up and then I'm going to start the 15-second timer. And then you got to get me to guess what this movie is.
Let's do it.
I'm so nervous, but I was like, can I do something fun for a second? I feel like sometimes people think business is so serious, and I'm like, no,
we get lit.
Fun. There's things called icebreakers. Yes. You know, this is one of them. Y'all can play this with your people. All right. Can they see me? Am I face the right? Okay. All right. And go.
Oh, turn it up. Oh. So this movie, there was a mom and a daughter. There was a beautician.
Okay.
And her place of work got like burnt down.
Beauty shop.
Yep.
Okay. Damn it.
She got it, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, you going all the way through first.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So we're going to do all 3 of them. So hold on. And go. Okay.
When you play cards, there's this card that everyone loves to have. Like
Spades?
you're like the winner if you put this down. Like
Joker?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm good at this. Okay. Last 50 seconds for me. Go.
Ooh, okay. So what is past the moon?
Past the moon? Mars?
Okay, what do you call that?
Space?
Okay, so that's the first word. Okay, so the second one, when you got your music on, what you doing?
Space Jam.
Yep.
Oh my God. Let's go.
That is an example of when you have a good leader.
There you go.
You will be guided to the finish line. That right there.
Oh man, thanks for putting all this pressure on me. That was my turn. She was like, no pressure at all, right? Okay, let's see if I'm a leader. All right, so you're just gonna hit start and done if you get it before.
Oh, I don't look.
Yeah, you don't look.
Okay.
You're just gonna show me. Flip it. What you gonna do? What you gonna
Bad
do?
Boys.
Yep. There you go.
Oh. Then I click it again?
Yep. And then you restart it. Okay, flip. It's a boat. Ice hit. People are playing music while everybody's sinking.
Titanic.
Yeah. There we go. All right. Flip. Samuel L. Jackson, Bruce Willis, John Travolta. It starts in the middle of the movie. It's old. It's from the 80s. It's like a classic Quentin Tarantino movie. You don't know what I'm talking about? Oh my God.
Pulp Fiction? I've never seen that.
Did you say that for real? Okay,
I've never
that
seen
is
that.
your assignment.
Yeah.
Your assignment is to go watch one of the greatest movies ever. This is Pulp Fiction.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to go watch that one.
I'm still a great leader, guys.
Yes, she is.
Never seen them.
She absolutely is.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show. This is so fun. I'm glad you got to be on season 6 of Entrepreneur.ish and season 5. Her episode is on 5/19, and we start launching those on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Start doing them out.
Ellie in the house.
Y'all get to see Backpack Kid. Am I terrible?
The transition is going to be so amazing. Like, they're going to be able to see you from, like, day 1.
Yeah, I know.
Elevation, baby.
And I'm doing stories on, like, how I got what each one of those episodes mean to me, because each one of you ladies believed in me when it just had a camera. Like, I cannot believe you said yes to my podcast, and I appreciate you guys for getting me here. Shout out to Live Hip Hop Daily for having me live today from 5 to 7. Thanks for Marissa for coming. Shout out to Creative Visions. Shout out to Risque Babes. I hope y'all went and found them so you can get your beauty products and you can get your little sexual wellness.
Yes,
happy
go get
things.
those.
Yes, please and thank you. And then also don't forget to go to Shop Diani. They are our bossy shout out, and you can get your 24-hour 420 giveaway. Thank you. See you later. Bye.